Hi, this is Salil Mehta at Salil Statistics website. Today we're going to be talking about a recent online discussion concerning one of the presidential candidates, Michael Bloomberg. He has surged recently in the polls, something I predicted would happen back in fall of last year. And the question now is, would he fare better as a third-party candidate versus staying in the Democratic Party? And it's something I posed online because there's a lot of discussion that if you were to go as a third-party candidate, it's something that would almost certainly yield a positive result um, for Donald Trump. And that's something that I wanted to sort of test from a probability perspective. And the question I asked is, if you had a current race, say Donald Trump was leading by 7.5% with a margin of error of 7.5%, would that actually be more favorable from his point of view, that's Donald Trump's point of view, versus if there was a bona fide three-way contest and the lead for Donald Trump was even higher at around 12.5%. However, the margin of error would also increase proportionally to 12.5%. And this is something where it's important to appreciate that having a high margin of error renders a lot of the polling to be noisy and allows a lot of the probabilities of candidates to merge to be very close to one another. Having said that, in this particular case, with a high lead of 7.5% in the two-way hypothetical, Donald Trump would have a 60% chance of winning, and the Democrats would have a 40% chance of winning. However, in the three-way contest, given the high margin of error of 12.5%, the lead would allow Donald Trump to only have a 55% chance of winning, and the Democrats' chance would fall as well from 40% down to 30%, and Michael Bloomberg would pick up the remainder of around 10%. So it is fear-mongering to suggest that if Michael Bloomberg were to enter as an independent candidate, this would lead to a definite win for Donald Trump. However, it does come at the cost of this being slightly less favorable for the Democrats because a third-party candidate would therefore win. It is important to realize that margins of errors do go up when you have bona fide three-party candidates, something that may happen in any future election. We can't rule that out, and it certainly could have happened in 2016 or 2020 with Donald Trump. And additionally, you do have different sources of this margin of error, and it'd be different than in 2016. You do have transmission errors, representation of the voters who are currently being polled, and then also what is the actual turnout this year, depending on which candidates actually rise to the final election. So hopefully that's enjoyable. And to follow more topics, you can follow this web channel, and then also you could follow us online on Twitter at Salil Statistics. Thanks, and have a great week.